my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go on your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking, right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. But an ass back, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money, why are you?
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and off we go from Seattle. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Mike 54. I'm here all day.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Go, go, go.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Go team. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got one. 12.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Mike, 55.
Throwing is Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Third and 11.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Mark 55, Mark 55. Check. 6 it.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up fourth down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 67 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Carson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check. Watch 54. Here we go.
On third down, Wilson out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
382, last 50. Gun. Wide. Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, Sue.
Big stop, let's go. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Oh, here we go. Line out. You got tape.
Back near the goal line, Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they work this out past the 25. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Check 99. Check 99.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Complete. It's Johnson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Cook following the penalty. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Following the good run by Cook, here's another first and 10.
One.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down right around the 37. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
First down. Here's Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. Touchdown, Vikings! Kyle Rudolph 37 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey now for the extra point.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out in the field charged up and ready to go.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go.
To throw again on second down. Wilson buying time to his left. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the slant.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards that time.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wilson operating from the gun. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Mike 54. Here we go, D.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. In your face.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Brought him down. A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. They do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Lady. Mike by 4. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 54, Mike. 54.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson dancing to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Myers' kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 62 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Wilson. He hits his running back, Procise. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, pick your game up.
Bang out, bam.
Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Being chased out left. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Yeah, that's what I do.
Here's Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for Adam Thielen. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Again, it's Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. To the air again, it's Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it. Up to the 29-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 43 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Check. Leave it, 48. Hey, orbit. Watch out. Check, Mike, 54. Gun. I got it.
They just do get the play off. Now Cousins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I remember a coach told me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On 3rd down, Cousins. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. They'll run on 1st down. Cook. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it again with Cook. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Cousins from the gun on third. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you not got too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter three, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
For another Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Bang out, bang out, bam, bam.
To throw is Wilson. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Wilson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
It's caught, Lockett. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Wilson on the keeper, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson keeping it himself from a yard out, and the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. This time Wilson will throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's... Simply taking a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Brad McDougal. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
380! Mike 5-4. Yeah. Booster team. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here it comes.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
For a Seahawks. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Booster team. 54. Mike 54. I got one.
Now Wilson on first down. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Wilson. His pass caught with the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Wilson to lock it there for the Seahawk first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. This is Carson. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Carson, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are back within a single score. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing, Cousins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quadre Diggs. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
On 1st down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player? Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
To throw is Wilson. To throw again. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play of this football game.
Come on, QB, come on.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Wilson to throw. Dancing to his left. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, alert. 55. Right there. Hey.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So the Vikings bringing the offense back onto the field. They'll go for 2 here.
Check 4, check under.
Following the interception, Cousins. That's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Wilson going to throw again. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. One last shot for Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Seattle, so long, everybody.
I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Masterpiece, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Good. Ready? Check. Watch 54. Coming this way.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the run.
Now Cook. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Cousins, he'll hit his running back, Amir Abdullah. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Ready? 54 miles. It's outfield.
On 1st down, it's Cook. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Cook. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey, switch gears.
Now they try the right side here. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Three bud. Hey, can't. 55. Hey, exit. 55.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Listen to me. 55,
Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Let's pick it up. It's out.
Hey, wahoo.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. This will be from 56 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
We want it. Come to my work.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
3rd and 8.
Everybody, line.
Check 55, Mike. Double dog. That's the way.
Prescott from the gun. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
Hey, here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st down, Minnesota.
Ready? Leave it, 48. Here we go. Kill. Switches. 61, matchbox, right.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. What a spin. And this is Cook with a grab. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Cousins to throw it. That'll be complete to Cook. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays. I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd.
Gun. First. Hey, one set. Bravo. 54. Mike 54.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And he finds Cook. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
35-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the carry, it's Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And down to the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Mike 54. Watch the run.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Right there, 54 Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy. Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. A first down throw for Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
He's checking.
A give to Cook out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Hey, Ken! Yellow!
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, here's Cousins. He finds his man Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Here's Cousins. He gets this one to Johnson. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Cousins now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Cousins again. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
Now Prescott. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They start the drive with Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 46-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Zebra.
Mike, 55.
Throwing, Cousins. It's complete. Abdullah. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Good route, kid.
From the 30 on second down, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And the Vikings first down.
Cousins now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this. They just don't travel. Y'all playing the wrong football. Hey.
Here's Madison running on 1st down, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Bring up 48. You draw closer. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
Hey, 382. Let's 50.
Mike 54. I smell.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 1st down, it's Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch the
They got 48.
Watch QB's off. Watch QB's off. Watch 20. Watch.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, being on the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit. 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. 1st down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They go to Elliott again. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a first and 10. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play.
Here we go, 47.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Let's go.
26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 55 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Forbath, the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Forbath is sent it away now following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 52. Lynn 50. Lynn 50.
Again, it's Cook. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
The Vikings on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by Michael Bennett, the native of tiny Independence, Louisiana. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Now Austin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Here we go, 46.
Mike 4. Mike 4.
Hey, count. 47.
Cover.
26.
On third down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
I got you. Slam. 36.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. They'll run on first down. Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce them, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or 2, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse. How's that?
8 ounce is good.
All right, just check it. And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Hey, high 7.
Mike 55.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run. Cook. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now Cousins. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. I'm surprised with the lead in a one-score game this late. They're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to have to give themselves a chance to be in this game.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
On first down, it's Cook. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Let's bring it. Tighten up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Big D.
flow.